Hey there, happy day 934 of What's You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey I'm taking and making from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world. 25 plus years in corporate America as a quality sanitation executive in some of the coolest companies on the planet. And in addition to that, since I was 13, I've been running businesses on the side. So that's actually 47 years. Do the math, turned 60 right before COVID hit. So lots of years of business experience in at least 27 different businesses and industries. I have been an owner, part owner, corporate executive, etc. And learned a lot of crazy, awesome, amazing things about different industries. And as part of my divorce a few years ago, I had the opportunity to shake up my entire life, divest myself of all of the different businesses and industries I was in with my ex-husband, and move into and figure out what the heck do I want to do. I was old enough to kind of want to retire, but not really. I got too much energy. I need something to be doing all the time. So I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to quit my life. So I had the opportunity to do something drastically different, something I'd always been curious about, and that was the online world. And sitting here in COVID-19 2020, I am super duper grateful and happy that I did that, because otherwise I'd be twiddling my thumbs and watching the news and being bored and crazy out of my mind. Instead, I'm just crazy in my mind and having probably the time of my life. It's been a really fun year to it's given us all the opportunity simultaneously to really reimagine our lives and shift and concentrate on what's important to us. What are our priorities really? Now, one of the things I've been doing as part of the COVID area crisis thing is doing challenges. And I've seemed to have fallen in. I'm in the midst of one right now. Today was day 19 of the Get Up and Go challenge. I did the first one, I want to say March. I actually did a 5-day one or 10-day one in March. And then in April, I'm like, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge for the month of April, because we're all going to be quarantined. We're not going to know what to do. Let's make sure that everybody, including me, knows exactly what to do all the time, and that we get better results because we were part of the challenge and because we were going through this situation than if we just went through it and reacted. Let's be proactive. Let's install a framework in ourselves that ensures we always end up better off after a challenge, an obstacle, a failure, a dilemma, a choice, an accident, whatever, than when we went into that situation. So I did that in April, did it again I was challenged by a group of entrepreneurs to do a 40-day challenge. So the whole month of June into July, I did another Get Up and Go challenge, which is totally different than the first one. And yet again now in the month of August, I'm doing the Get Up and Go challenge, a 30-day challenge. And it's kind of a combination of everything that I've done before, but it's really focusing on the SOAP framework to give people, including me, a framework that we install in our subconscious that automatically guarantees we're better off no matter what challenge or change we face, because we approach it using a process that ensures that we do the best thing for us in any given situation at the time. So instead of just responding and reacting to things that happen outside of us, we follow this process automatically, and it guarantees that we'll get better results because we're being proactive on an automatic basis and handling and filtering everything through this framework that makes sure that the result that we get is best for us. And it becomes it's a process. So if we do it over and over and over again, but instead of having to think about it consciously, and sometimes we think about it consciously. When I'm going through the challenge, I think about each of the steps consciously and talk about it and share it and share my experience with it. And I hopped on and I'm doing a really hard one that I call Change Already, because it's something I know that I've needed to do with respect to my relationships. There's 7 key areas of our life that we got to at least pay a little bit of attention to: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, of course, contribution, and relationships. And relationships is one of those that affects us all, affects all of the areas of our life, but we tend to put on the back burner. Have you ever been involved in a situation where the people that love you the most actually treat you the worst? I've been involved in that situation where the people that should love you and actually do love you the most take advantage of you. They take you for granted. They overlook you. They don't include you, etc., etc., etc. Or they just totally don't even acknowledge that you exist or the things that you do for them. It's a great example of biting the hand that feeds you, which was our idiom for today for Supersize Your Business. And I've been on both sides of that, and you probably have too. You've probably had your hand bitten by someone that you helped, somebody that didn't appreciate it or tried to harm or undermine you. But you've also probably gossiped, been the victim, talked about somebody, bitch, moaned, or complained at some point in your life about somebody that actually was trying to help you or doing something for you. You know, who among us hasn't complained about politics or the boss or the company we work for at some way, shape, or form, or in some way, or about a friend that talked about us behind our back? Probably almost all of us. So thinking about and actually attacking and challenging myself, because I do the challenges right along with the people that I'm doing challenges for and with, to tackle a particular relationship that I've known probably for my entire life, but haven't done anything about it, that I need to work on and take a specific action to create, versus just letting it be havoc and letting it be created randomly and chaotically. So that's what I'm working on for that. Fun challenge today was all about showing courage. So I guess they all kind of tie together some days. Tickly throat in the morning. So curious, what are you working on? What are you working on right now? What is your number one most important thing that you personally are trying to create or wanting to have happen in your life and maybe in the world, but just for your life or you or your family right now? What is the most important thing to you? I think I'm working on Lynn Grabhorn's Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting playbook. Love this book. Love this playbook. Last time I started it in April, which is kind of embarrassing for me because I'm only on page 68 because I got sidetracked. And I tell this story about the first time I did this book. It took me a year to do it, this playbook. Now, it's only, let me see how many pages. About 260 pages maybe long. And so why am I only on page 68? Because life gets in the way and I get sidetracked and I don't continue to make it a priority. I opened it up last night as part of the Get Up and Go challenge because I know I am attacking a personal situation story in my life that I've been struggling with. And I like to tell myself the story that I've only been struggling with it since I came online. And I haven't really been struggling with it in that it bothers me and I think about it every day. It's not that kind of a struggle. It's just one of those things in the back of my mind that I know I should be doing because it would be good for me, and I'm resisting it and I'm not doing it. And so I want to examine the reasons why I'm resisting it and why I'm not doing it. Because the only reason we don't do something that we know we want to do and that's good for us is because there's some old belief or some thought or fear or challenge or resistance that's still there, probably from my childhood, that's impacting me. Besides my tickly throat, I'm going to have to switch to water. I don't know. Some days you just get that tickly throat when you're talking too much. I have already abandoned my ability to, or my desire to, stay under 10 minutes for the Get Up and Go challenge. I wanted the month-long ones to be under 10 minutes every day, and today it was 15 minutes, and I knew it was going to be. Whenever I share stories or examples, it's going to be over 10 minutes. But I am going back and going through the playbook, and I'm committing to myself, I'm going to get it done in less than a year, but April, May, June, July, August, it's already 5 months into it, so if I don't get going, I've got 2/3 of the book to go. I'm going to be in trouble, and I want to make sure it doesn't take me a year because the exercises in it are absolutely amazing. So I want to make sure that I knock them out and take care of them and take care of myself, because as painful as the pandemic has been for a lot of people, for me it's a great time to reflect and recharge and really focus on what's important to each and every one of us, and that includes me, focusing on my priorities and what's important to me. And one of those things is, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for me to not have my life be waiting anymore. I spent a lot of decades just living a life that didn't feel awesome, and it's time to actually be myself and do what it is that I am here to do, experience the things that I am here on the planet to experience, and bring a bunch of fun people along with me. All right, that's it. That's all I've got today. Amazing granddaughter will be here soon, and I want to do some fun, creative, courageous things with her today. because pretty soon she's going to be starting school and I won't be able to see her every day, so that'll be interesting. All right, have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow to share what's working, what's not, what I'm working on. I'm actually doing another person's challenge right now, a high-ticket secrets challenge with ClickFunnels, because I love ClickFunnels and I like their challenges. And I'm just going through and tweaking some of the things I've been doing in my funnels and making sure that I didn't miss anything and just honing my skills and learning. It's a personal development kind of thing to be continually improving. And so I want to make sure that I am setting the example and actually continually improving myself. All right, have a great day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.